too quick to criticize. Obligation to survive. We hunger to feel alive. Yeah. All it is.
They're going to finish at 500.
Tell you what, Ogando did a great job after that base hit by Josh Hamilton. First and third and only one out. He got Howie Kendrick to hit into that double play when it looked like the Angels might break it open.
All right, here's how it looks right now in those wild card standings as we speak. The Rays and the Indians, followed by the Rangers, one back. For the Rays, it's Archer against the Jays on Saturday. Kazmir will go for the Tribe. And Derek Hall going to get the start, the lefty for Texas versus the Angels on Saturday. Trying to find some clarity right now in this picture, Rick. What are the matchups going to be? Who's actually going to make this AL wild card?
The clarity for me comes with the Tampa Bay Rays and what they have the last couple of days. I didn't like the matchup. Well, Dickey's been throwing the ball well in his 14th win of the year. Hellickson has been struggling. His last win was in that 18-inning ball game. Archer has been outstanding. He's in the conversation for American League Rookie of the Year. You got Matt Moore ready to go on Sunday. You got David Price after that. I think everything is looking good right now for Joe Maddon's team.
Right. I like where the Indians are right now. And I talked to Mark Reynolds of the Yankees the other day, who was with the Indians early in the year, and he told me before he got released, he saw this pitching coming around. He saw Ubaldo Jimenez add some miles per hour to his fastball. He's seen Scott Kazmir really start to step it up, and Danny Salazar's throwing 97 miles an hour for them. They have 16 shutouts, the Indians. The last time they had that many was in 1976. This is why they're back in this thing. This is why they're going to the playoffs. Not necessarily because they're playing an easy schedule, but because their pitching on certain days is as good as any in the league.
And their first-year pitching coach, Mickey Callaway, has done an outstanding job with a lot of guys, like you mentioned, that nobody else could do anything with.
What I love about this race right now is that you got to earn it, because all three of these teams are playing really well, and I give the Texas Rangers a lot of credit. It looked like they were having another fold similar to how they did down the stretch last year, but they have righted the ship a little bit. They've won 4 in a row after a night last night where they kicked the ball around early in the game. They hung around. They win that game. So give them a lot of credit under tough circumstances of really hanging in and playing against the best team in the Angels of all the other contenders. The team that is going to win the American League West for the second straight season, the Oakland A's, not the Rangers. Let's get an update right now on what's happening with Oakland facing the Seattle Mariners. Brandon Moss, baby.
He's on somebody's fantasy team, right?
Yeah, it's down the wire for fantasy, too. And Brandon Moss has had a monster year, coming up on 30 home runs there, playing almost only against right-handed pitching. Rockies and the Dodgers, Juan Uribe, 2-run double. Well, you know, I think the Dodgers would like to finish this weekend strong, kind of sputtering a little bit into the postseason. Not the way you want to roll in, especially as you try and get guys healthy and ready for the postseason. A.J. Ellis, then, the base hit. That will sneak through the left side.
I think the Dodgers might have been a little waterlogged after that night they spent in the swimming pool in Arizona.
Yeah, you got to dive for that ball, though. Right now for the Cleveland Indians and the Minnesota Twins. Alex Preston, the Twins, clawing back a little bit. 2-run singles. It's a 3-run game.
Right. Justin Masterson throwing in the bullpen. We're going to see him. Chris Perez is not going to close this weekend after what happened yesterday. It'll be really interesting to see if Terry Francona
if Masterson comes in early, it could be Brian Shaw tonight. Huge series. The Pirates and the Reds, by all accounts, probably going to determine who's going to be hosting that wild card game. Homer Bailey hitting Starling Marte, then walks Andrew McCutchen and walks Justin Morneau. Well, great at that by McCutchen, laying off a really good 2-2 slider just down the way. The next one in the dirt, and it really set the table for a big hit for Marlon Byrd. Bases loaded, Byrd base hit. Marte and McCutchen scored 2-zip for the Bucks. Bailey just didn't quite have that good snap on his slider tonight. Give the Pirates hitters. They made him come into the zone and were able to do enough damage. Top of the 6th, Bird lifting one to deep left. Just got a shot, carrying well, hits off the wall. At first, it looked like it might have been a home run, but upon closer inspection, off the yellow marker, bouncing back in, it's double.
Anybody see Marlon Byrd having this kind of year this year?
Absolutely not.
I sure didn't.
You know what he
He's
deserves?
got the fitness. He's doing more push-ups.
Well, that's when Brandon Phillips was doing drills. You need to get to the weight room, buddy, if you want a home run.
Pedro Alvarez deep and gone. 445 feet for his 35th.
99 RBIs for him, and boy, are they going to need him in the postseason. postseason as a home run guy and went through a couple slumps.
Tell you what, they took a lot of pressure off of him, though, moving him down to that 6th spot. You got Morneau in the 4th spot, Marlon Byrd in the 5th spot. He can relax and just swing.
Pirates win this game 4-1. They improved to just 9-8 versus Cincy this season. A.J. Burnett was tremendous. Just 1 earned, 6 Ks over 8 innings of work, and Jason Grilli shut the door. Here's Marlon Byrd on the Pirates bouncing back.
I really believe it's the past 2 years, them learning, getting better, not buying into the fade this year, believing that they can win, the confidence, they exude on the field, the work that they put in, and it all starts with Clint Hurdle. So, it's just one of those things where this team never gives up. They've been through the downs, and now it's all about the ups.
I mentioned by all accounts it's going to be the Pirates and the Reds for that playoff game because the Cardinals just need 1 victory, 1 win against the Cubs, and they clinch the NL Central. Bottom of the first, Matt Holliday lining one to left, Brian Bogusevic sliding, but can't make the catch. I don't know if he lost it or something, but it looked like he had a beat on that and should have made that play. Matt Adams, a little flare to shallow left center for a single. Holliday will advance to 3rd. Well, this is a good sign for St. Louis, who's really struggled at times against left-handed pitching this year, to have a night where they swing the bat against a good left-handed pitcher in Travis Wood. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Yadi Molina, Aaron's pick for MVP. Line drive down the left field line. Holliday and Adams score. Molina with a double.
That's a great point about Travis Wood. 24 quality starts coming into the ball game tonight. Could not go deep against this Cardinal lineup.
2 batters later, runners on 1st and 2nd. John Jay delivering. Cards tack on another one. 3-zip. All kinds of contributions. We saw Yadier Molina handle an off-speed pitch up. That, a fastball up and out over the plate. And then David Freese. Bottom of the 3rd, first batter. That's Freese taking Brooks Raley for a ride. 9th homer of the year, solo shot. Cards up 4-0.
Guys, I thought that was the best lineup of any of the teams that could get into the postseason was the Cardinals, if they could get Alan Craig back. That doesn't look to be the case now.
Yeah, we'll talk about Craig in just a second. Darwin Barney, sharp liner, runs right center. Jay, that's a Web Gem nominee. Yes, sir. Going a long way. He was shaded that way a little bit, but a fine play. Bottom of 6, Matt Holliday off of Blake Parker. 21st home run. Cards with a commanding 7-0 lead. How about the 2 balls he hit? Both down, look like out of the zone. One for a line double. That one loses it. Strong man.
Man, he's got the strongest hands in the big leagues.
It's 7-0 right now, the top of the 8th. So here's how it looks right now in that NL Central and the wild card standings. Real simple. The Cardinals win this game. They win that Central. They'd have to lose every one of the remaining 3 games. Pirates have to sweep the Reds instead. And that wild card now, the Pirates are 2 games up on Cincinnati.
And the big thing about that for the Cardinals, they can avoid using Adam Wainwright on Sunday if they wrap it up.
News, however, involving the Cardinals that is not promising. Alan Craig is not going to play in the first round of the postseason due to his left foot injury. The Cards were hopeful he'd be back, but instead he'll be sitting for at least the division series. He's been an absolute monster when it comes to delivering with runners in scoring position. A look at his numbers. Clearly, NL ranks 7th in batting average. He's 1st in batting average with runners in scoring position and 3rd in RBIs.
And that average with runners in scoring position was 400 last year as well.
So what's this impact going to be right now, Rick, if Alan Craig is not in this lineup?
Well, the length of that lineup is the reason, to me, it's the best lineup, and they've scored more runs than anybody in the National League. But he's the go-to guy. He's the guy you put in that spot trying to set the table with the first 3 guys, knowing that he's going to make something happen. I mean, they've said all along that when there's a runner in scoring position, just go ahead and put it on the board. He's going to drive it in.
I think it really hurts their chances of making a long run in the postseason because of the struggles this team has had against left-handed pitching. Matt Adams, a left-handed hitter who has had a great year. He's got an on-base percentage of just over 220 against left-handed pitching. And you take that weapon that he is from off the bench, that he's been huge late in ball games. I think it's a problem for the Cardinals that they don't have him in that lineup.
All right. So you just saw from the wild card races, everything else is pretty much set in stone. Hey, welcome to Talk Radio of the OMSR, Gen 4.0. I am your host. Back that off a little bit. It's going to distort. Thank you. Where am I? Yeah, the host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Talking baseball, a lot of news going on. By the way, on this channel, there's a great little news clip bit playlist for all your sports types. You may have missed some of these cool little snippets going on. You will not catch on your local news the Paula Tai Chi. was busy with that. Sort of lost track of baseball, except for Mariano the other night. And so I misspoke today, thinking, well, they're flying to Houston. Oh, that's it. Should have realized, 1st of April, I think it was the 2nd. No, it was April 1st. First day of Major League opening day. Is a 6-month deal, therefore the end of September. So there's 2 days left. My apologies. Baseball is not my first sport. It's like it says on the channel. To those of you still listening, better the talk radio version is, it's worth hearing me out, listening and hearing me out. It's only 2 minutes worth, no more than 3. Baseball maybe is America's pastime for some, but it seems to me like it's really become college football, and then the NFL, and then the NBA, and then college basketball. Some of you could argue with me out there, but without a doubt, it's college football. That's the national pastime now. But baseball's cool. We've been following this all year. Decided to keep tabs on things a couple times every week. So those of you, I know some of you, my subs, if you're watching, that's why you subbed. So that you could see the evolution and the progression of how things were going on in the major leagues. So certainly when the playoffs start, when a lot of other people who are not diehard baseball fans start paying attention, y'all know how it evolved and it got to be that way. So here we're talking, the Rays, the Indians, and the Rangers. That's suddenly become interesting, and it's been interesting for weeks between the Pirates, the Reds, and the Cardinals. So that's that. Just reminding the OMSR is a show in this format. The DMCA is my sponsor. DMCA. Suddenly I'm confused. DCMA? No, the DMCA. Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Covers a fair use standard, minimal use, and derivatives. Been saying this for 700 shows. You'd think I know at this point. It's been a long day. So yeah, this being a pro bono sports show, all the video highlights courtesy to ESPN and Major League Baseball. Everything else to the OMSR. Thanks for watching. No silly DUIs going on.